doing? Fighting fog this morning in my visor. I put all the, what do you call it? The anti-fog and stuff on it, and it's like, it makes it hazier. And then for a second it's clear as can be. And then it's hazier. So, I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to find out. I think as long as there's just a little bit of air moving, it ain't too bad. But, we're going to find out. So, welcome to Chasing Ghosts. My name is Kara Smith. This is my channel. I'm on my way to work this morning. It's like 39, 40 degrees. I'm all decked out in leather because it's cold. And that's just what it is. Yeah. Crack this up while I'm sitting here. Oh, it is cold. It's nipply. It's like the anti-fog stuff is putting halos around those lights. They're supposed to have received my pin lock insert. So, I guess this is a continuation of the pin lock insert saga or the pin lock insert I ordered from Witch Doctors saga. Because I can't see for shit. I've been waiting for this thing forever. It's been like, I think 8 months, something like that. I think I ordered it like last winter, early last spring, something like that. The nice thing about chaps when it's cold, well, it's keeping my knees kind of warm. They're insulated. That underside of my ass, you know, those little fatty pieces you like to grab a hold of, that part, they are exposed, and it is cold. Tell you, I had my coffee, but this would probably work better than coffee. Oh well, guess it's down to those big, great life choices. Are you a pussy? Yes. If so, how big of a pussy are you? Right now, a pretty fucking big one. Because I'm cold. I should have took the truck. Too late for that. I'll take the truck tomorrow. It'll be raining tomorrow. And I'm not going to ride 40-degree rain on my motorcycle when it's going to be raining all freaking day. Summertime's different in the rain. A lot of times it'll rain during the day while I'm at work, so the road's just wet when I get home. God, my visor is clear as fuck right now. Is it up? No, it's not. Yeah, that is amazing. It's like it needs the wind, as long as there's just a little tiny bit of wind, instead of like normal where it won't do shit to defog it, and you gotta lift it up, or at least it won't do enough to defog it, so you gotta lift it up. As long as you get just a little bit of wind. If not, you breathe and all of a sudden, oh fuck, I can't see. You know? Where was I? I have no idea. Losing track of conversation. That is great. I can see. Oh yeah. That thing I ordered from Witch Doctors. The pin lock insert for my, what is this, EXO R420 Scorpion helmet, which I love the helmet. The helmet is amazing. I have no issue with the helmet. They're a lot cheaper than they used to be, because this used to be like their top of the line carbon whatever the hell light as fuck helmet that'll fit my big ass head. That used to be what this is. Now they have the next model out, which also might be why it's hard to get some of the stuff for it, because they're probably pushing their new product, and that's just how companies are, you know. But I love the helmet. I would recommend the helmet to anyone. I was wearing one of these when I hit a tree face first. Saved my face, probably my life. I know other people that like these helmets. And can't say enough good about them. The only bad thing I can say is getting that pin lock insert. But I got this anti-fog stuff for my glasses from Walmart. I'll put it all over my glasses. I tried it yesterday. I'm trying it again today. Today it's a little colder. It's a little earlier in the morning. It's humid, so I'm dealing with more fog issues. Obviously not in front of me right now. The fog issues are in my helmet. With me breathing and motovlogging, because that's another thing too. We're doing something that these products were not designed for, you know. None of these products were designed for motovlogging. Even the GoPro strapped to my helmet was not designed really to do this, you know. It was designed to be, you know, behind a windshield on a car or on a drone, or, you know, it wasn't designed to be doing 80, 90 plus mile an hour, or like right now, you know, exposed to the elements. And we're doing stuff that none of this was really designed for, and we're making it work, you know. It's kind of like the whole motovlogging thing, like the live streaming that I do for my bike. The cell phone towers aren't set up for that. Nothing is set up for that. You know, we're kind of the first. Now, I am not the first to do that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm definitely not the first. There was somebody like 10 years ago that was trying to do that stuff. Alright, we gotta go. Some wind on this visor. Get it clear. Here we go. That's better. It's getting there. Yeah, it's getting there. Being able to see does help. But no, and he'd cut in and out. People would watch him and what have you. And that's just life. That's what it is. And now the technology's a little better, and we're trying it. And I've helped a few people try to figure it out. You know, it's like, I know what I'm doing. And I kind of know where I got signal to do it and where I don't. And sometimes I have a choice to that, and sometimes I don't. And time of day affects everything, because you're dealing with usage. Like, remember when everything was going to like 3G and all that, and you know, you had peak hours and your internet was slower? Well, it kind of still is. If you're trying to live stream while moving on a bike, you're kind of dealing with that old issue too. You're dealing with people, you know, the peak hours, they're using more of it. You're going through areas that have less coverage. You're swapping towers, you know, and as that technology gets better, that will get better too, you know. But none of this was designed for what we're doing. So it's a lot of figure it out as you go. And my fingers are burning. I used to laugh at people who got heated grips. I'll tell you what, I'm not laughing now. Not at this moment. Let my hands warm up, I'll start laughing again. But at this moment, I'm not laughing at you, my friend. That might be a mod for my other bike. I don't know. Honestly, what I'm probably going to do, because these gloves are pretty warm, as long as like the wind's not blowing directly on them. These aren't cold weather gloves specifically. They weren't made for that. I'm not knocking the gloves. The gloves are freaking amazing. I love them. And I think my fingers would be fine if I just got those little, like them bark buster things. I don't know what they call them on a cruiser. But you know, they're basically bark busters. They block the wind and rocks and stuff from hitting your knuckles on the bike. Nice grooved pavement. You know, I think my fingers would be fine if I put those on here. And that is a pretty cheap mod. I mean, the two things I need the most right now for vehicles, one of them is I need a tire for my other bike. I'm also going to need an oil change for my other bike coming up pretty soon. So I'm going to be riding this one a lot. Well, unless somebody wants to buy it. Somebody buys it, hey, great. And that money a month will go into mods on the other bike and groceries and everything else. And there's one guy who's interested. Or he was. He might not be now. It didn't start because it needed a battery. And I put a battery in it, so it starts fine now. So that's the way life goes. Missed my chance. Who knows? But I don't know. I might just get those. I need an AC compressor. And I would say I don't need the compressor right now in the winter. But there's a fatal flaw in that. When you turn your defroster on, it kicks your compressor on. And my compressor is locked up on my pickup. And that is a problem if my compressor kicks on. Or if my, what do you call it? If the clutch tries to spin it. And then you smell the smoke and the fire and all that good stuff. And that's not necessarily a good thing. You know? That's a very bad thing. Because that can burn things up and they fall off and your belt ain't turning on other things. And yeah, that's not good. Here are the bumpies. Bumpity bump bump bump. I ought to just call it the bumpier than usual road. The whole damn road's bumpy. I gotta say the anti-fog stuff is doing a little bit of good. It's better than it would normally be. I still have some issues, but my visor is clearing a whole lot quicker. You know? Yeah, it's clearing a whole lot quicker. So, yeah, there's definitely an effect. I'll give this method 4 out of 5 stars. Because you're still going to fog. It's just the fog clears a whole lot quicker. And if you can get to a steady pace, like if I was just going down the freeway and you have that little bit of air moving across it and everything, I think the visor would actually be fine, just like it is. And it wouldn't be fogging up. The thing is, I'm starting and stopping and slowing down. I'm commuting on country roads, you know? And when I slow down and I'm talking, now the fog gets on my visor. If I was going down the freeway and I was doing, you know, freeway speeds, and I had to do that, like if I was taking a trip to go see my sister, up in northeast Oklahoma, where we grew up. She lives there. I don't think this would be a problem at all. So I'll give that method. The Walmart eyeglasses anti-fog wipes that you get at the eyeglasses place at Walmart. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It's not a 5 because it's going to have to completely, you know, I don't even know what would get over a 4.5. So I'm thinking if the Penlock visor works well, it might get a 4.5, possibly. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. Like when you stop, it'll still fog up real bad. What are those people doing? I think that's people. They opening a gate, taking the trash. Oh, they're taking the trash out. My thumbs are the coldest of all my fingers. Is it a thumb and finger? It's a phalange, I think. Is that what they call them? It's been a long time since I had like anatomy or any of that. You know, that wasn't a college class I ever got to take. I got algebra. I passed algebra, and I got a history class that I passed. But that's about it. I may stop at the store up here. I might not. I may need to stop just to warm my fingers up. Because my thumb is cold. My thumbs are cold. Both of them. Not just my thumb. That would be assuming that one is. I can put a windshield on this, by the way. I might have to take my little bag off of it. And that might be an option. The cheapest option. I'll just get one of them snap-on windshields and say, here we go. Let's put this shit on here. You know? I might do that. Donations to my Patreon do help in those regards. More bumpy road. Oh, good Lord. I just want to get to work. Oh, I'm getting my heater in my truck. But I'm going to be outside all day. I got to unload the freaking pneumatic trailer. So I'm going to be sitting my ass on concrete all friggin' day. I'm going to be sitting on concrete underneath a trailer, shaking out PTZ. What is that? Phenothiazine. Is there a train up here? We might have a train. I don't know. I think we do. I think we have a train. I have a warm motor. That's where my hands are going to be if the train's still up going when I get up here. My hands are going to be on this motor. Warming them up. So, good Lord, it is cold. Don't have any problems falling asleep. That's for sure. You can fall asleep on a motorcycle. I have been that tired. Maybe not when you first start riding because you're so damn scared. Like, ah. But once you get comfortable, you know, it's like anything else. You're just more exposed to the elements. You hear everything. It's a different experience. You smell everything, hear everything. It's all that good stuff. But you get comfortable. Maybe too comfortable. You know, I'll give you that. You can get too comfortable on a bike. You know, especially up there on your, you know, $60,000 road sofa. You know, I would say I can't afford one of those, but if I got rid of both my bikes, I could afford one of those. So, there we go. Should I or should I not get fuel? Finding neutral. There's neutral. There is that. Putting my hands down by the motor. Oh, warm my fingers. Your beautiful internal combustion engine. Warm. It's not a motor, it's an engine. Warm my fingers. There we go. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. Anybody know what I'm doing right now? I got my hands down by the motor. Oh, warm my fingers. Warm them. There we go. I don't even know if that did any good. It would probably be a good idea to get some gas though. I think I'm gonna stop at this gas station. Just go ahead and get it. Get it over with. Know what I mean? There's a bump. There's two of them, they're hard to miss, you know? When you're in your truck, like when I'm in my pickup, they're hard to miss. See if I can time this right. I may not. I'm just a frozen biker at the moment. Oh, this car is gonna mess me up, watch. That was a close one. There we go. Like, what side is it on, man? It's on this side. There we go. My hands are frozen. I can go and warm them up for a second. And I can get my fuel. And I can do all that wonderful stuff. I'll be right back with you. Okay, I got my stuff. Now if I can find the button here. Cold makes everything harder. There we go. I do have one complaint, and it's my fault. I should have looked. But, Okay, we all know these things are supposed to get, you're supposed to put the good gas in them, that sort of thing. In some of these places, regulars on the left. And on some of these places, regulars on the right. Some of them, regular is red. Some of them, supreme is red. So they confuse you, and I wasn't paying attention. And I fed him shit. I'm sorry. I promise I won't do it again. I sound like an abusive spouse, promising my bike that I won't treat it like shit again. But you know it's gonna happen again. You know it is. You know. You just need a new owner, I guess. Send you someplace where they feed you good gas. You know? But I have my gas, have my drinks, and I need to get the F to work. Not too far away. I'm supposed to be unloading at 8 o'clock. Problem with that, I have to get an empty weight. And the scale doesn't open for like another hour and a half. So what are you supposed to do? You're not going to be there at 8. Cause I gotta get an empty weight. I gotta pick up my trailer. Then I gotta go get a loaded weight because they already have the trailer weight. They just need the tractor. They know if the trailer weight is empty. That's not a problem. And yeah. Oh, it's cool. I got warm. I messed up. I messed up and I stopped and I got warm. That is not a good. Don't do that. Yeah, do not do that. It makes it worse. But yeah, I don't know why they said it for 8 o'clock. You're supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. You know, it's like 5:20 something, 5:30 now. I'll be leaving the yard close to 6. I'll be scaled and at my shipper at 7. Which is the other thing. They don't get there till 6:30, 7 o'clock. And then it's like 45 minutes to an hour to the receiver. So whoever's scheduling this shit, they're not doing a good job. You know? They're just not. I can't see. I can see fine until those car headlights. Like, where the hell am I? Now my visor's clear as fuck. There we go. See? Be able to crack it and do that, and it just goes instantly. It's clear. That works. That is awesome. That is awesome. Now there's no lying fog. A little bit. Or is that smoke? I can smell smoke. People got their fireplaces going. This was that time of the year, waiting for the school bus. where you got like a stick or something and you're sitting in the living room around a space heater, and you know the kind I'm talking about, the ones that burned everybody's house down, and everybody put something in them to put up against those little metal coils, and you're like burning a stick in there, you're covered up with a blanket, and you're like, I don't want to go, you know, and the school bus is coming, so you got to run out the door and hop on the bus. You know that time of year. Yeah, that's this time of year. Because we didn't have heaters. It was nice when we got that kerosene stove. One of them little ones that are meant to like heat your garage. You know, that's all it's really meant for. But we had it inside the house, and the whole, it was like all in one kitchen, living room, dining room kind of thing. And you'd hang curtains and stuff up. You'd cover the windows. They're all covered in plastic. You got sheets and stuff hung up, and you're trying to hold that heat in the one room. Yeah. But I didn't get to sleep in there. My sisters got to sleep in there. They were his, you know. Mom remarried. My mom got to sleep in there. Well, when my when my stepfather was home, I didn't get to sleep in there. I had to sleep in my closet of a room. You literally touch both walls at the same time. It was meant for like this little powder room thing. You go in there, it was basically, there was a closet so you could hang clothes in. There was a window, so it was like a window wide. Cut out into the wall was like this tiny little dresser thing with a mirror that you could put all your stuff in, and you had the mirror. And I slept on the floor in there, and it was just like freezing, so you're covering up with everything you can find. So yeah, my childhood sucked. Oh, big bump. Yeah, I'm not interested in passing you, dude. I'm cold. I just got feeling back in my thumbs. They're not burning. I did put the cap back on, didn't I? Yes, I did. There's the cap. I only put like 2 gallons in. And I'll put regular. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm an abusive owner. I fed you shit. Oh well. Yeah, this ain't too bad right here. I mean, I need to fucking go. But this ain't too bad. Now they're kind of going too slow. But there is a curve up here, so I can't say anything. There's a sharp left and a sharp right. I wonder how many people, if anybody, has came up on this curve and said, oh shit, and went right through that fence. You know, somebody's had to have done it. At some point since this road's been here. Oh, look at all the froggy. At some point, somebody's had to have done it. At least it's paved. But it still kind of kept that washboard aesthetic to it. But it's not as bad as when it was actual dirt road washboard, because that shit was bad. And of course this road floods really bad. Why does it flood really bad? Because we're surrounded by rice fields. Sometimes they'll have other stuff growing on it, but those were rice fields. So naturally it floods. That is my money ahead. I wish it showed up on the camera, like it shows up to my eyes. But the camera makes the things in the distance smaller than they are to your eyes. You know, I'm sure there's a setting where I can change that and it'll show up better or what have you. I don't know. But it's like a futuristic city from like Star Wars. You can imagine the little vehicles and the robots going around and, you know, doing their thing, and, you know, little C-3POs and R2-D2s and all those kind of things. And you can sort of imagine it in your head. Maybe my head's just screwed up from not really having any toys growing up. So I had to live in my head with a stick in the front yard playing in the dirt. So then I developed a way over an active imagination. You kind of live in that world when your life is shit. So some of y'all can relate to that comment. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta get to work. I gotta make money. Harleys ain't cheap. So I have a Patreon. Support me if you can. I appreciate everyone. Adios. Vaya con Dios. Sayonara. Nashla. Hasta la vista. Ciao. This is ya.